we have is a wolf fold. And on your dance leaps and jumps with turns, look when their feet leave and when they land. I think that was givable without a problem for a wolf fold. Possibly a little foot position, but you know, pretty nice. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I would say that was really well done. You could see her jump all the way through her legs before she showed the whole position. She showed a little bit later. The only comment I would have is a little bit more extension in the feet. Slow motion one more time.
Can I ask you a question about that one? We were at training camp 3 weeks ago, and this video came up, and the judge that was leading this clinic only gave it a 3/4. And she said it was because her chest, she cheated her chest. Can you talk about NCAA versus cheating the chest?
My impression, Myra back me up, is the technical committee determined that it's feet. It's where your feet leave, where your feet land. Anybody else got a different opinion of that? Is that what you think? Steve?
I just think from a biomechanics standpoint that, I mean, you can't jump up in midair and then initiate a twist. So you have to generate the momentum for the twist from the beam, but you have to extend through your hips and extend your upper body as well, creating the illusion of going in midair and then turning. But the reality is that you are generating the twist from the beam.
And so, you know, I think it's just a lot. If you're trying to look at all the body parts and determine where they left the ground from the beam and then where they left, it's too hard. So we look at feet leaving, turning, landing. Okay, what's next? Oh, did we get to show it again?
Kristen for bars, Mike ran the computer for Neil.
Okay. Watch when her feet leave and watch where they land, in addition to where her free leg is. Half, 3/4 if you're lucky. So definitely that one would not be given a D. So you would call it a C. And with a leg form deduction, and horizontal never really got their body position errors.
Yeah, she's off angle to begin with, so I don't know why she didn't say that.
Okay, we're going to move on to some acro. Front acro, this is front aerial. That's our model skill. You might as well see it right now. Okay, so now you know there's the model, no reduction. And you know even the wolf hop was so nice because her legs were tucked up really nice. So let's look at another one.
No bonus on that one.
It's really hard to do a lot.
Split looks better in slow-mo, but that looks way better.
She really managed to do it.
Obviously, she could have used a little more height on her acro. She had the leg form. She had the big balance there at the end. So potentially, she could have lost the D bonus for that.
Yeah, it looked like to me she was leaning too far forward over that front leg. Didn't get the nice drive leg on the back leg because she was leaning too far forward, so she had to shorten everything just to make the skill around. Compared to the one before, I think it was Henrietta Noti's completely vertical on takeoff, driving the leg over her head while she's pushing against the beam. This kid never even got further.
Okay, so big difference between those two. Let's look at another one. A little knee bend, but you know, not as good as the first one. Still quite a bit better than the second one. So this one, minor deduction and just form, because I thought she had lift. And so that looked pretty nice. But, you know, maybe in real speed too, you might not even have seen that little knee bend. So that was good. So we have like 1, 2, 3. And so went the first one, then the third one, then the second one as far as ranking goes. I think we have one more. A little bit on form, not big. You know, it's pretty nice too. So minor deduction, but not big. So we had a range there in our front aerials. I think we're going to go into some front tucks. And before we show that, let's just talk quickly, review about front tucks and landing positions. Basically, might be because of lack of height, it might be because they didn't open. But we're looking at them landing a front tuck position with their knees, well, let's say their hips above their knees. So if you draw a line horizontally and you have knees and hips, that would be less than ideal. Hips below knees would be way less than ideal, and our deduction for that deep squat is up to 3. So if you keep that in mind, you'll be able to apply appropriate deductions, because we do see a lot of fronts, and a lot of fronts in connection. So some have a little bit deeper squat when they're landing than others. So let's kind of see what we have. This one is a front tuck.